within the lonesome ladder years. An angel throng, be-winged, be-dight, and veiled and drowned in tears. Sit in the theater to see a play of hopes and fears, while the orchestra breathes fitfully the music of the spheres. Minds in the form of God on high mutter and mumble low, and shift the scenery to and fro, flapping from out their condor wings in visible woe. That motley drama, oh be sure, it shall not be forgot, with its phantom chased forevermore by a crowd that sees it not, with a circle that ever return within to the self-same spot, and much of madness, and more of sin, and horror the soul of life. But see amid nevermore! But see amid the mimic rout, a crawling shape intrude, a blood-red thing that rides from out the scenic solitude. It rides with mortal pangs. The minds become its food, and the angels saw at vermin fangs and human gore imbued. Out of the lights, out all, and over each quivering form, the curtain, a funeral pall, comes down with the rush of a storm, and the angels, all pallid and wan, uprising, unveiling, affirm that the play is the tragedy man, and its hero, the conqueror worm.
Hear the sledges with the bells.
Infinity! This, like God and Spirit, is by no means the expression of an idea, but of an effort at one. It stands for the possible attempt at an impossible conception. Man needed a term to point out the direction of this effort. A cloud behind which lay, forever invisible, the object of this attempt. And out of this need arose the word infinity, which is thus but the representative of the thought of a thought.
Hear the sledges with the bells, silver bells. What a world of merriment their melody foretells. How they tinkle, tinkle, tinkle.
Oh, you poor dear.
Shall I recite to you another sad love song?
Oh, sweet Eddie, relax. You've entertained us so much.
But your girl's services and your soothing black dirt.
You reward us with your companionship, my dear Mr. Poe. You see, other gentlemen pay here with mere silver. But you share your poetry with my girls and I. That is the silver that you put in our hearts. So today you can be our guest. You're still so down. You need a coat.
The silver you pay us with.
Silver bells. How they tinkle, tinkle, tinkle in their icy air of night, while the stars that oversprinkle all the heavens seem to twinkle with a crystalline delight.
You are too good to this wretched soul, madam.
Why, sir, you're in such sorrow.
because I am in mourning. I am always in mourning. My sweet mama, taken from me when I was but 3. And then it was the kind Mrs. Allen who raised me as her own child, both taken by the consumption. There is no language to capture the redness and horror of blood. There were sharp pains, a sudden dizziness, and profuse bleeding at the pores.
Your sister died of the red choking diamond.
What? No, not my sister, my sissy, Virginia, my wife, just 2 years ago. Well, my cousin, but my wife's still the same. Oh, how she loved me with a love that was greater than love. I do believe God gave me a spark of genius and quenched it in misery.
All the heavens seem to twinkle with a crystalline light, keeping time.
Mr. Poe, allow me to introduce you to Captain Forbes. He's one of the salon's investors. Captain Forbes, this is the renowned Edgar Allan Poe. Our guest.
It is a
Guest?
It is a pleasure to meet the very man who brings this gift of black dirt.
Sir, you will pardon me, but I detest the use of the common street slang. The expensive dirt you burn away. Gift, is it? The finest, most expensive opium my Yankee Clipper brings over.
Pardon me, sir. I am woozy from your opium. This heavenly paste, all the way from far Cathay.
It is not from China.
I beg your pardon, sir. It's from Turkey.
It is not from Turkey, you will. Miss Tolliver. Am I to understand that my best stores from Afghanistan are going completely free of charge to this punch-drunk Bohemian?
Sir, I only wish to thank you, sir, for this radiant delight from Afghanistanopolis or whatever. Thank you, sir, for this gift of intoxicating residence.
All the heavens seem to twinkle with a crystalline delight, keeping time, in a sort of runic rhyme. Time.
Captain Forbes, desist!
No, please, sir, please, it was just this once.
It is not just this once. I can keep books. You are bleeding my money out of here. I do not invest my time and my silver in this mawkish whorehouse for you to comport with dandies and give away the best smudge to destitute publics.
Sir, please, I apologize. I will gladly reimburse you in full for any merchandise that I and Mrs. Sullivan have shorted you out on.
How will you pay?
Trust me, sir, trust me. I am a celebrated author and editor of poetry.
All the heavens seem to twinkle with a crystalline delight, keeping time, in a sort of runic rhyme.
I don't seem to have the scratch upon me at this moment, my good sir, but I assure you. No, I assure you, I am owed some few royalties for my now quite popular poem, The Raven. Just now being republished and is quite famous among all of the poetic salons of the eastern cities. Perhaps you've heard.
Pay me back with poetry?
Well, no sir, I suppose not, but if you allow me to give you a promissory note for the amount that I and the good lady have incurred. Someone somewhere must be making money on my poetry. Why, there is not a day that does not go by that I am not dogged in the streets by children tapping at my heels, reciting my own lines. Someday it's sure to earn some sort of profit, not some profit, more profit.
All the heavens seem to twinkle with a crystalline delight, time, in a sort of runic rhyme. tintinnabulation that so musically wells from the bells. Bells, 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 from the jingling and the tingling of the bells.
Hear the mellow wedding bells. Hear the mellow wedding bells. What a world of happiness their harmony foretells.
My dear Elmira, why have I not seen you in so long a time?
My dear Eddie, I've been so worried about you. I feared for you.
Feared for me?
I feared, my love, you traversed to your darker moods.
Well, please do not take any offense to little rustleries of mine. I am distracted, but I have vowed to no more intoxication. I am a reformed man now, my darling love, and it's all due to your constancy.
And you attended the regular meetings of the Sons of Temperance when in New York and in Baltimore.
I can think of nothing but you, my treasure, and the oath I swore to you in renouncing spirits, for you are my north star and my sunrise. And I am so eager for our wedding night as soon as you agree to set me a date.
You flatter me, you dear scoundrel. But you know your children still object to our union.
My dear, you must understand this is not flattery. I am renewed, and it's all due to you. You have saved me from a Plutonian night of despair, and I cannot wait for our fortunes to be joined.
What a world of happiness their harmony foretells. To the balmy air of night, how they ring out their delight.
Molten golden notes.
And all in tune.
It is my fortune they are most concerned about. They think you have the gold bug.
Tish tosh, I have only a love. And by that, I mean I have the almighty love. I am irresistibly impressed with the vast good fortune of only possessing you in my heart. Oh, give me only the favor of a date on the calendar, my sweet golden Elmira.
Well, you did hint that you needed to borrow some money for what kind of bet was it?
Mere trifle. Just until my royalties from my poetry come in, I can assure you repayment almost immediately.
Oh, that you can promise nevermore, my love.
Oh, that is so Raven.
Oh, what have you been seeing the Broadway Journal? I thought that was supposed to be your source of income, Eddie.
That is an investment. And yes, it will eventually establish my fortunes. Why? My man Griswold is a ruthless business partner and will ensure a profit. Magazines always earn more than they pay their talented writers. Why, he's even delayed remuneration to me some weeks now.
Why would he delay payment to you?
Oh, well, my dear, the magazine, 'twas late to the printer, but a day or so. Or maybe 4 or 5, but no more than 6 surely.
The door. Who could that be?
Oh, as truly as this woman loves me, I could learn to love her.
What a liquid ditty floats to the turtle dove that listens while she gloats on the moon, on the moon.
Eddie, it is your friend, Mr. Griswold. Come to pay you a visit here, of all places.
Ah, Rufus, old Scratch, speak of the devil.
Edgar, it's good to see you. It's a pleasure to meet
This is Mrs. Shelton, my my dear lifelong friend from childhood. I invariably visit upon her when I am back home. Elmira, I was just telling you about the driving business acumen of Mr. Griswold.
Indeed.
Miss Griswold, yours is a lovely home. I can certainly see why Mr. Poe calls upon you so frequently.
Oh, from out the sounding cells, what a gush of euphony voluminously wells.
How it swells, how it dwells on the future,
How it tells.
how it swells.
So, Griswold, what the devil brings you to Richmond, of all places?
Business, of course.
Ah, of course. Elmira, would you please excuse Griswold and me to discuss our boring business affairs?
Of course. I invariably avoid all manly and gentlemanly conversation.
Now, Griswold, I assume that you have taken the train down here to pay me the fees for the magazine. And I cannot tell you that the payment could not be more timely.
The work was incomplete. It was late, haphazard, and utterly incomplete. I cannot go to press with this garbled mess you brought in.
How it tells.
How it swells.
I have many, many concerns on my plate.
What you do best is write, Poe. Give me some stories that I can sell to established magazines, Harper's, Saturday Evening News. They just love your tales of suspense and speculation.
No, no. Those are mere dribbles. I am only interested in pure poetry now. The true romance of the unquenchable spirit. Not those ghastly grim tales of pathetic fools and their murders. And I am interested in being paid for the work that I've done.
And if it's done, you'll be paid, and not be forced. Be reasonable, man. There's a market for more genius with sad tales of human failure. Something you just seem to understand. It's what the market demands.
To hell with the market! I am a romantic, not a groveler. I've told you many a time before, I need to get my gold from inspiration.
You need to do the work that people pay you for, Poe. Romantic age is over. Certainly you've got some few tales squirreled away in your valise. Some cast amontillados, some murders in the Rue Morgue.
I gave you my complete uncompleted masterpiece, sir. I gave you Eureka, and you mocked it.
It was insane rantings about expanding and contracting universes. I can't sell that. Let me go through your papers. Let me find something therein I can make us some money with.
Poetry, that is my calling. Just pay me what you owe me.
Just do the work that you promised. Or let me go through your papers. Let me manage your business. You can't fight against what the world wants, Poe.
I will fight the world and all of its money-loving idiots. And I will be victorious. For romance always wins in the end.
Of the rapture that impels to the swinging and the ringing
How it bells.
of the bells, bells, bells,
The bells, 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 bells,
Sissy,
bells,
bells.
the rhyming
And the chiming
of the bells.
It was many and many a year ago, in a kingdom by the sea, that a maiden there lived, whom you may know by the name of Annabel Lee. And this maiden, she lived with no other thought than to love and be loved by me.
I was a child, and she was a child in this kingdom by the sea. But we loved with a love that was more than love. And I, my Annabel Lee, with a love that the winged seraphs of heaven coveted her and me.
And this was the reason that long ago, in this kingdom by the sea, a wind blew out of a cloud, chilling my beautiful Annabel Lee, so that her highborn kinsman came and bore her away from me, to shut her up in a sepulchre in this kingdom by the sea.
The angels, not half so happy in heaven, went envying her and me. Yes, that was the reason all men know in this kingdom by the sea.
That the wind came out of a cloud by night, chilling and killing my Annabel Lee.
Hear the loud alarum bells.
and our love, it was greater than the love of those who were older than we, and many far wiser than we, and neither the angels in the heavens above, nor the demons down under the sea could ever dissever my soul from the soul of the beautiful Annabel Lee. And so, the moon never beams without bringing me dreams of the beautiful Annabel Lee. And the stars never rise till I see the bright eyes of the beautiful Annabel Lee. And so, all the night tide I lie down by the side of my darling, my life and my bride in her sepulchre, there by the sea, in her tomb by the side of the sea.
Hear the loud alarum bells, brazen bells. What a tale of terror now their turbulent
silence he tells, in the startled ear of night, how they scream out their affright, too much horrified to speak, they can only shriek, shriek! Down to...
Hold on, sir.
No, sir, you hold on. Your offer was generally implied.
I never said that.
Yes, you did. You said 'twas. You said it was.
One, however, for one drink, Mr. Poe.
You never said that. I paid attention, and you never said 'twas good for only one drink.
Give the gentleman a drink.
You've had enough as it is. Just one more, Mr. Poe.
Shame. I don't recall having that much to drink. I don't recall reciting that many poems. One more, and I shall recite the conqueror word.
That is quite enough, sir.
Who are you? Local baboon? How about something better than this rot gut you've been serving me? Something like a glass of Amontillado. Who is this politicking Irish chap? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh my, no, allow me to soothe you. Yes, allow me to soothe you. Come, have a drink. It's on me for my poems. You types like jokes, right?
What would that be?
Well, uncivilized cads, Irish thugs, politicans. Politics. Like your religion, it is for the sheep. Bah! Bah, sheep! For I am the wolf.
Sir, I see you're as stupid as you're intelligent. Mr. Lowell said you were 2/5 sheer fudge.
He did, but 3/5 sheer genius I am. Why, you Irish thugs would pummel me for nothing but my opinions. No wonder I don't vote. I save my words for poetry and for fair damsels.
Recite Paul's bride.
What? No, I shan't recite that. Of all things, a Longfellow poem. Listen, my children, and I would rather die.
Sir, Longfellow was the greatest American poet, and you are but a drunk.
No. Longfellow is not. He is a long-winded blowhard. And by that I mean he is but a... Oh. Fair damsel. Come with me. Oh. Yes, have a seat with me. Here. Now, would you like to see my Longfellow?
Too much horrified to speak, they can only shriek, shriek out of tune.
In a clamorous appealing to the mercy of the fire.
In a mad expulsation with a deaf and frantic fire.
Leaping higher.
Higher!
Higher.
With a desperate desire.
And a resolute endeavor now
Now,
to sit or never.
by the side of the pale-faced moon.
Oh, the bells, bells, bells.
Oh, the bells, bells, bells.
What a tale their terror tells of despair.
Oh, the bells, 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 bells.
How they clang and clash and roar. What a horror they outpour.
Oh, the bells, bells, by the twanging and the clanging.
How the danger ebbs and flows, yet the ear distinctly tells.
In the jangling and the wrangling.
How the danger sinks and swells by the sinking or the swelling in the anger of the bell.
Of the bells.
Bell,
Bells.
bell,
Bells.
bell, bell.
Bells.
And the clamor
And the clangor
of the bell.
Thank heaven! The crisis, the danger is past, and the lingering illness is over at last.
And the fever called living is conquered at last. Sadly, I know I am shorn of my strength, and no muscle I move as I lie at full length.
But no matter, I feel I am better at length. And I rest so composedly now in my bed that any beholder might fancy me dead.
Might start at beholding me thinking me dead.
The moaning and groaning, the sighing and sobbing are quieted now with that horrible throbbing at heart.
Oh, that horrible, horrible throbbing.
The sickness, the nausea, the pitiless pain ceased with the fever that maddened my brain.
The fever called living that maddened my brain.
And oh, of all tortures, that torture the worst has abated the terrible torture of thirst for the naphthaline river of passion accursed.
I have drank of the water that quenches all thirst.
Of a water that flows with a lullaby sound from a spring, but a very few feet underground.
From a cavern not very far down underground.
And let it never be foolishly said that my room, it is gloomy, and narrow my bed.
For man never slept in a different bed. And to sleep
You must slumber
in just such a bed.
Hear the tolling of the bells.
Iron bells.
Cycles! Cycle! Listen to God! Unity! Cycles within cycles! Life! Life! Life within life!
Hear the tolling of the bells.
Iron bells.
What a world of solemn thought their modesty compels. In the silence of the night,
How we shiver with affright at the melancholy menace of their tone.
Unity! Propulsion! Self-expanding! Me! No! Whoa! No!
for every sound that floats from the rust within their throats is a groan.
Is a groan.
Universal spirits!
And the people, the people, they that dwell up in the steeple all alone.
Ghouls! Ghouls! Death inside! Traverse! Leave!
And the people, the people, they that dwell up in the steeple, all alone.
And who toiling,
In that muffled monotone,
feel the glory in so rolling, toiling on the human heart of stone.
These beasts capture me! Orangutans from Malay! Trapped here in me! No! Can't you see me? Behind this wall, behind this fever burning. Oh, send for my wife! My wife!
they are neither man nor woman.
They are neither brute nor human,
They are ghouls.
and their king it is who tolls
And he rolls,
a paean from the bells,
rolls, and his merry bosom swells.
with the paean of the bells.
Water! Water! Bring me water! I am parched! So parched! No! Take that monstrous poison away from me! Damnation! Would you kill me too? Oh, Sissy. Our hearts and our souls beat as one. My darling, my darling, my life, my bride. But you are dead.
And his merry bosom swells with the paean of the bells.
And he dances, and he yells.
This is hell. This is hell I sleep through. You are a rare bird on this earth. Flee! Flee back to paradise, away from this hell. In our suffering, we found meaning, and in this meaning we were complete. Thus, our hands and our souls are as one. This world is too cruel for your innocence. And your death was the most beautiful thing the world could ever see.
Poe, before you breathe your last, sign this. Sign this!
Away!
You need me. You need me to manage your funds, the royalties from your property, from your poetry. You damn drunken.
No! No, I will have no executive for my poems. Send them to my wife. I request no other visitors. I am weak. No! Remove that contract. Sink it into oblivion. I'll be remembered as the unfaithful servant who used his trust.
I'm trying to help you, Poe.
I need no help from you, you hat. My words are for eternity now. I must return to the final and gathering.
coat of runic ride
To the paean of the bells.
of the bells.
Blood. Blood was his avatar. The redness and the horror of blood. I see in your eye. I hear in your groan. It is not a groan of pain, nor of grief. 'Tis the low stifled sound that arises from the bottom of the soul.
Time, time.
Of the bells. Bells. Bells.
To the sobbing of the bell.
Oh, villain! Monstrous villain! Dissemble no more! Admit your deed! For I have known you from before my greatest. You have the eye of a vulture. Release! Oh, release! Unmask your true self! You have conquered, and I yield. But aren't you also dead? In me, didn't you exist? And see by this image which is thine own, how utterly you have merged yourself. But the tones in your voice are the tones of the many, a multitude of being. Oh God, forgive this poor soul.
Keeping time
Time. Time.
as he knelt.
Nails. Nails.
In a happy, runic ride.
To the rolling of the bells.
Of the bells. Bells.
Nails. Nails.
To the tolling of the
Of the bells.
bells. Bells.
Bells.
Bells. Bells.
To the moaning
And the groaning.
of the bells.
For now, while so quietly, lying it fancies a holier odor, about it of pansies a rosemary odor, commingling. Pardon me, we're going to share now. For man never slept in a different bed, and to sleep you must slumber in just such a bed.
My tantalized spirit here blandly reposes, forgetting
Or never regret it.
its roses, of myrtles, its old agitations of myrtles, roses.
For now, while so quietly lying it fancies, a holier odor about it of pansies, a rosemary odor commingling with pansies.
With rue and the beautiful Puritan pansies.
And so it lies happily, bathing in many that dream of the truth and the beauty of Annie.
Drowned in a bath of the tresses of Annie.
She tenderly kissed me, she fondly caressed, and then I gently to sleep on her breast.
Deeply to sleep from the heaven of her breast. When the light was extinguished, she covered me warm.
And she prayed to the angels to keep me from harm.
Nevertheless, it is as a poem alone that I wish for my work to be judged after I am dead.
Please stick around. It makes the vision look good.